Hey guys, look what I'm doing. It's been a year and a half since the last time I played Mario 64 DS, but now we're back. The channel's no longer called MattGraph.derp. It's now called Matt Chats, and I'm kind of less Let's Play oriented, but I really wanted to finish this, because eventually I want to do a Mario Odyssey playthrough, and I explained this in part 1, and it still applies. We're going back into Cool Cool Mountain with Star 6, Mario's Super Wall Kick. I haven't touched my Wii U since December, and it's May. It's May now, and I haven't touched my Wii U since December, which is a little wacky. Because I think the last time I did was I went back and played all the new Super Mario Bros. Games, so I had to play DS on the Wii U Virtual Console, and I played New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Now this is a little tricky. This is a little tricky to do, but the whole point of this series was to, I don't know, it was easier than I thought. The whole point of this series is to redo my old Mario 64 playthrough, because I wasn't super happy with the quality of it. So the fact that this wasn't finished is a little bit disappointing in a way. So I have an issue. I never make this jump, like ever. Not in the original, not in this one. It's gonna come back down. I never, almost never, I'm pretty sure in the original. No, oh gosh, jump is the same as, okay. And I made the jump. Alright. It's probably because of the, I wouldn't say, certainly not tighter controls, but because I can just move without running. That's a thing. I also have to remember how sensitive the cannon is. It's much easier to aim, I remember. But I gotta go higher than that. Well, on the bright side, we don't have to go activate the cannon again, because once it's activated, it stays activated. I'm pretty sure the cannon sensitivity is no different than it is in the Nintendo 64 version, which, honestly, I don't know if I've played more recently than this or not. There's another cannon to get out of here, but I don't know why, and I've never seen anybody use it. Like, why would you want to get back out? Ugh. Okay. I'll just miss. What's the sign have to say? Get a running start up the slope with the long jump. Remember how to do it? Just run, crouch, then jump. And it wants us to do that. I guess this would be helpful in the 100 coin mission, and that's why. What about you? Tell us about the long jump. Did you know the famous wall jump? Hop onto a high place by first jumping toward a wall. As soon as you touch the wall, jump again to rocket into the air. Only a superhero with a red hat can jump this high. Practice it well. Yep, while everyone can certainly triple jump, notice that the name of this level has changed from the Nintendo 64 version. It's now called Mario's Super Wall Kick. So, no other character can do this but Mario. Or, of course, anyone with a Mario hat. This one's always been a little tricky. In any version of the game. I wish could I like zoom out? Oh, God, is there even a button for that? Because there was like the focus like camera mode. No, because that just just centers the camera. In the original, there was like the focus camera mode with R, and then there was the oof. Luckily, there's a heart to heal you if you do that. There was the focus camera mode, and then as in it got like right behind Mario's back, and then you could just move it in or out. But since the real camera controls, since there's no C-stick on the DS, the real camera controls are just, wow. The real camera controls are on the touch screen. So yeah. Awesome. Great. And this is much wider. This was a super thin platform in a Nintendo 64 version, but now it's not. Let's not. Let's not. Mario? Okay. It's fine. So they want you to combine your triple jump and your wall kick. Maybe you don't have to triple jump to get that. Anyways, the lack of drop shadow. There's no drop shadow on that star because it's on ice, and this is the DS, and we all know the Nintendo DS can't handle drop shadows on ice. It sounds like a musical. Drop shadows on ice. Oh man, can't wait to write that one in the future. I know a few aspiring playwrights who might be able to help out with that. Okay, we can do this? Yes! That should not have taken that long. That took entirely too long. And I died. But it's fine. if you remember the original series, we have been putting off something for a long time, and considering we have 46 stars, we've literally already broken the canon of the game, because you need 30 stars to reach the second Bowser encounter, but we haven't even done the first Bowser encounter, so we got a text box saying, like, Bowser escaped to the Fire Sea, but we haven't been in this door. We haven't fought Bowser the first time, and what a great... The Power Stars have broken the lock Bowser put on the Star Door. Now anyone can enter the door. So, oh, I should have shown this off. So, normally with those big Star Doors, if you approach them with any other character, it doesn't work. It won't let you open. It says only Mario can enter this door. But then once you unlock it with Mario, anyone can enter it. So, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Bwahaha! You've stepped right into my trap, just as I knew you would. I warn you, friend. Watch your step. Don't call me your friend. God, that's so rude. So this boy here, does, as we saw in Big Boo's Haunt, P. Mario. And you could theoretically skip most of the level, but what that was in the original Mario 64 was a metal cap, so it's really not going to serve the purpose. Anyways, there are red coins on this level. We're gonna chill out. We're also gonna step on this again because there's a red coin back here. We got the red coins in the back. Okay. That was a metal cap in a previous life. And it's not here. So that's not really the purpose. The reason it's a metal cap, even though even in the N64 game you normally wouldn't have the metal cap. Actually, you can't have the metal cap without sequence breaking somehow. The reason you would need that is because it lets you, when you're metal, you go through fire. But we don't really have any equivalent to the metal cap quite yet. Let's kill these Goombas. It's fine. And then this, I believe, is a 1-up, which I desperately need after the blunder earlier. We're going to go up, see some crystals from Mario Galaxy. What, you thought Mario Galaxy was the first game to have those shiny crystals? It wasn't, it was just the first game where you could break them. But there's no spin in this game, so it's not happening. And this is coins. You can't get an 100 coin star, even though I think it's possible on at least one bonus stage to get 100 coins. Let's just be careful. You don't get a star for getting 100 coins here. That would have been an interesting thing to add for the Nintendo 64 version, but they didn't. Or for the DS version. So, we gotta go here. Oof, oof. Got it. Got 6 of the red coins, and then got this boy. It's another 1-up. We could desperately use, and we saw another one over here. Wow. You know, people complain about having to use the D-pad on this, but I forgot how, like, almost unnerving, that's probably not the right word, but a little unnerving it is to use an actual joystick. Whatever. Anyways, 7th red coin. That one's a bit of a tricky one. And he knocked me off. So we're gonna have to get all that again. Oh, good revival to this. Good revival to this series. It's going well. Hey, how about we take care of these Goombas this time? What do you think? Think that's a good idea? I certainly do. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Best thing to do here is center the camera like that. You do, in the DS version, you really do have to worry about camera management a lot more than you would the N64 version. Let's read the sign real quick. Watch out for Bowser's flames. To beat him, get behind him and grab his tail by pressing A. Spin him around with the D-pad before you send him flying. The faster you spin him, the farther he'll go. Or use the wrist strap's thumb pad on the touchscreen to spin him more smoothly. Take a good look around with the arrows on the touchscreen. Find the spiked orbs in the corners. To defeat Bowser, throw him into one. Aim carefully and press A to fling him far, far away. It's weird that he'd tell us how to defeat him in his own world. Anyways, there's a switch star. It's right next to the last red coin, as you can see. Um, it's very finicky to get, but how you actually should get it is using that. Oh look, I got that. Okay, and then you get that. I thought I had way less time, but it does want you to use the seesaws to get up here. Yep, not gonna read that again. We've seen it before. We've seen secret stars in levels before. But of course, if you do know about the switch star by the time you get to this guy, awesome, you collected all 8 red coins. You don't look it, but you sure are a quick learner. There's nothing left for me to help you with, but I'm always up for a pleasant chat. Never change, never change. Bob on, buddy. So, I'm gonna be a bit cautious here, only because we've gotten the switch star, but we'll have to get the red coins again if we die, because we haven't gotten the red coin star. So, I say I'm being cautious, and then I make a big ol' jump like that. Anyways, let's get this one. It'll be the same text. Another power star, getting stronger from the power of the castle. You bet. Man, and now we're gonna beat up Bowser. We've exhausted everything that immediately needs to be done on this first floor of the castle, except for defeating this boy, Turtley boy. Tough luck, looks like Princess Toadstool isn't here. Gwahaha. Go ahead, just try to grab me by the tail. You'll never be able to swing me around. A wimp like you could never throw me out by circling the touchscreen. Never! Gwahaha! And without context of this being a DS game. Oh man. So, you really can launch him, like, way further, using the touchscreen, but I always like getting real close to the edges. I use the joystick there, which using an actual D-pad would hurt, man, so that's why, if you are playing it on a DS and not the Wii U Virtual Console, I implore you to use the touchscreen. Anyways, you hit him into one bomb and he's done. It's pretty easy. I will say, I love with how... We're just gonna watch him grovel for a minute. I love with how, like, very Nintendo 64 he looked in the Nintendo 64 version. Super polygonal. And, like, almost nothing like what he looks like now. Bringing his modern design into this and still making it work with all of his animations and, like, swinging him around and such. It's just done beautifully in this game. I love it. I love it to death. Grr, I was a bit careless. This is not what I had planned. But I still got hold of the power of the stars, and I still have Peach. Gwahaha! You'll get no more stars from me. I'm not done with you yet, but I'll let you go for now. You'll pay for this. Later. Gwahaha! I just realized what he's saying there is, you will pay for it at a later point in time. I always thought he's saying, you'll pay for it, and then he's like, later. I'm like, I'll see you later. No, he means, you'll pay for it later. Anyways, it's almost time. We got a key. Where do you think this key goes? I wonder. We're going to save and continue. And then we're going to go exploring to see where this key goes, because it doesn't immediately tell you. We have 48 stars. We have seen consistently on this front floor this. You don't have the right key to unlock this door, we have the left key to unlock it, so we can't do anything. But if we go down here in the area with Big Boo's haunt, we could go and chase down the Big Boo again, or there's actually a lower staircase down here, and that is where we will be able to use this key. Look at that. So this game can pretty much be broken down into about 3 or 4 levels. This is the door that unlocks with 30 stars, but we're not going to do that quite yet. Maybe I'll be able to show off the whole, like, you can only use it with Mario. If we go in here, we actually have access to 3 new levels. Let's check out this Toad back here. Wow, you've already recovered that many stars? Way to go! You'll have us out of here in no time. Be careful, though. Bowser and his band wrote the book on bad. Take my advice. When you fall from a high place, it'll hurt less if you ground pound near the ground. If you go back to your room, you can switch places with Yoshi. Everyone deserves a chance to shine. Wow, he really wants to see Yoshi. That's, interestingly rude. Anyways. Oh, we got bunnies! We got Lethal Lava Land over here. Over here we have just a wall. It's just a wall. It's not an extra area. But we do have a door here that doesn't require any stars to open. So if you just straight when you get 15 stars go and beat Bowser, you can go in this door pretty much immediately. And it leads into this interesting metallic-looking pool. But in here is also a toad. So we'll see what he has to say. Even if caps look all the same, the one you've been wearing for years is special. Without it, your luck turns sour. Hitting question blocks without a cap can be downright dangerous. Don't try it. If you lose your cap, you'll find it in the course where you lost it. Oh, and take this with you. I had it hidden. Look at Toad looking out for us, giving us an additional star. Look at that. Look at that boy. Yet another star. Another power star. You're getting stronger from the power of the castle. You're darn right I want to save. So what Toad's saying there, there are certain forces that can cause you to lose your cap. And if you do, you take, I think, double damage. Maybe 1.5 times damage. I'm not sure. Anyways, we have a new course. Course 6, Hazy Maze Cave. With Star 1, Swimming Beast, in the cavern. Let's go. Let's take a look at this. In standard mode, press L to center the camera behind you. Even when it's hard to see what's around you, relax and press L. A word of advice, keep going, but don't rush. So I think I took notice of these guys because there are some in Big Boo's Haunt. These bee-looking spider dudes called Scuttlebugs in the original. But this design, I don't think the spider-like enemies from New Super Mario Bros. Are actually Scuttlebugs, but that's the design they got, pretty much, for this. Anyways, let's look at this map. Both ways fraught with danger. Watch your feet. Those who can't do the long jump, tisk tisk. Make your way to the right. Right, work elevator. Hazy maze. Left, black hole. Underground lake. Red circle. Elevator 2. Underground lake. Arrow. You are here. That's the guide for the map that's right in front of us. But we also have a touchscreen map, so it's not like super... It doesn't really matter. Anyways, we're going to start this off by going to the right. And it's going to tell us how to long jump, certainly. Slide down the slope. Okay, look. I've read a lot of signs this episode. Y'all deserve better. Long jump. You really don't need to long jump to get past that, but, you know, it helps. Get past that guy. Another sign! No, it's just lots of locations for a map. We're not going to go in that door quite yet. A much easier way to get down here than in the Nintendo 64 version. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nice. Gotta avoid these rolling rocks, and then go into here, where... Oh, look, another sign! Let's keep reading it. Just more maps. And a 1-up. Because... make up for those lives I've already lost this episode. Oh boy. I'm gonna wait for this elevator to go down. And now we have an underground lake. Changes the map on the touchscreen. Oh, what do you have to say? I don't think you were here in the N64 version. Fashion trends are so fickle. Now it's yellow caps that are in. I just saw one around here. Go find it. Yellow caps, huh? Well, that's certainly not something we've seen before. It's on Dory, who is looking quite different with his goggles than he did in the Nintendo 64 version. Had goggles in... Certainly had goggles in New Super Mario Bros. Yes, this is interesting, different from the Nintendo 64 version. We can't actually get up here without Dory's help, but there's a rock here. I wonder how we get that rock. I guess since the title of the mission is Swimming Beast in the Cavern, we should continue to use the beast, who we can control regardless, but we still can't break that boulder even with Dory. But what if we got that cap on his head? And now we're Wario. Have we seen the Wario cap before? Doesn't it normally like give you an introduction when you get a new cap? Actually, I don't think it did with Luigi. I think it just kind of showed up. Anyways, Wario's really strong. We're going to be seeing a lot of him in Hazy Maze Cave. But first off, to get the star, he can break boulders because he's super tough, even though he's fat. But he's tough. He's got that fat muscle. He's got that fat muscle. Anyways, that is 50 stars. You've recovered 50 power stars. That's enough to open the star door on the 3rd floor. Bowser's closer. Eek. But before you move on, make sure you found the question mark switch and hit the question mark blocks. Hurry along now. The 3rd floor is just ahead. It would be, but as I said, this game is broken down into 3 kind of 4 sections. There's another star door that's kind of halfway between the top floor, and it kind of separates levels. Lots of levels. But we won't be doing that for quite a long time. I'm glad to be doing this again. I hope to finish this series this month. It's going to be good. It's going to be very solid. I'm glad to be playing this game again. This has been Super Mario 64 DS. I almost said MattCraft.derp. I almost said MattChats, but no, it's been Super Mario 64 DS. I will see you in the next one.